What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and I'm here with my beautiful female Burmese python. Looks like a normal, but she's not. She's got some nice hidden genes in her, and but she looks like a normal. And sometimes we forget how beautiful the natural or the wild type looks. And she's put quite a bit of size on since I think I showed her to you a long time ago, maybe like a year ago. So she's definitely getting bigger. She's getting chunky. She's actually got a stuck eye shed we got to get off. You know, someone showed me a really good trick. I'm going to show you guys a video on how we take off the eye shed. It's really cool using Scotch tape. I know it sounds weird, but I'm going to show you this great trick in a minute. And then we're going to take a look at some of the other stuff we got going on in the facility. Right now we're setting up some the new Freedom breeders. We fed yesterday, so we're doing cleaning. Pablo's wife's here. She's helping us do some water bowl washing. We're doing all the water bowls we went through and sterilize them and sanitize them, because every once in a while you got to do that. Otherwise, you leave your snakes open to getting bacterial infections and stuff like that and diarrhea. So we don't want to do that. Obviously, we don't want any of that to happen. And that's just some of the maintenance that's going on. And we're rearranging things, and hopefully we're going to have some cool new setups coming pretty soon. A lot of new ideas. All right, stay tuned. We're going to take a look at some cool stuff. All right, guys, so we have my beautiful female Burmese python here. She's got a stuck eye shed, as you can see right here. And we're going to show you the Scotch tape trick that a couple people told me about. I've done it before. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to soak them, but let's see. So, Pablo, you got the Scotch tape there? You got the packing tape? You just lightly, gentle, and press it right on there. Yeah, she's not liking it too much. Now peel it off, and it should take that right off. Oh! Man, that worked perfectly. I look like a genius on that one, right? Look at that. Now she could see. You know, she didn't want to strike her prey. She was like, I couldn't figure out why she wasn't eating yesterday. And then I saw the stuck eye shed. I think it kind of messes up their I don't know, maybe their striking pattern. But they don't really. I always thought that they more heat sense things. But I guess sometimes if you can only see out of one eye, maybe that it makes it look like you feel like you're vulnerable to the predator. But good trick. If you have stuck eye sheds, try that. Obviously, if it doesn't come right off, don't keep irritating the hell out of the snake. You might have to soak it. But that's a quick. If she had no shed anyplace else, as you can see, she shed really well. It's just it was that one little piece there, and that little Scotch tape trick works wonders. Look at that gorgeous Kal albino that's 66% head for blood. This male is up on Morph Market. I was just looking at him. I'm like, man, this guy's got some. This is a lipstick line. Kal albino, which gives you that kind of like lipsticky red look to it. And I'm in terrible lighting right here, but I just, these guys ate yesterday, so I don't want to disturb them too much. But if you're looking to get into like an albino project, that's, and you don't want to spend thousands of dollars, this guy is, very affordable. Beautiful Kal albino, and there's some possible jungle in here too. So it could be jungle as well. Got a beautiful striped tail. Just, like I said, a lot of people are just looking to get into boas. They want to get into an albino project. This is a nice entry point. Hit me up if you're interested in this male, or any of the other males I have available. I only have a couple left in this litter, but there's some really nice ones. So once again, this is how I started. I started with basically a sun glow. Wasn't even het for anything. This thing could possibly be het for blood. I think it is. It's got some aberrancy to the saddles here with the striping. I would say it's probably is going to prove out to be het blood. You can make your own red dragons. Now here's a female I just took some pictures of earlier, because one of my customers who bought a male Onyx boa from me wanted to get a nice high quality female Onyx into his project, which is smart. Make some super Onyxes, and they grow. They take a long time. It's really not that much the size with these guys, because these are super dwarf boas. It's really time and age. And this female is already 2.5 years old. This is a 19. Now look how tiny she is in a hatchling rack. Look at the size of that. This snake is tiny. She eats, small mouse a week, but it doesn't matter. She'll breed, really small. Probably another year or two, I'd give her. Usually 4 years is minimum on these Onyx boas. But when they breed, they're really good breeders. And they actually produce big babies. They just don't produce a lot of them. You know, you might get like 6 or 8. But they're usually all very healthy and when they're born. I have very good luck with the Onyx boa litters usually. As long as you wait and make sure that the females are mature. Now, once again, this is a T positive sun glow. So this is a hypo Honduran T positive Onyx. And it is het, 66% het for blood and anery too. Let's see this. See that? Look at that striped tail from the Onyx. Yep. Nice solid tail. She's got the nice T positive, you know, genetics. You can see it's like a nice creamy looking brown color as opposed to the black of the regular Onyx. So, I mean, it's a really nice female. And she, like I said, she's well started. If anyone remembers, this female had escaped when she was first born. For like 8 weeks she was gone, or so 6 weeks or something like that. And I found her, and she was really a bad eater when I first got her, when I first produced her, excuse me. And then when she came back after her little vacation, she became a great eater. So she's eaten ever since then. I guess she realized that don't take food for granted. It's not a sure thing. Anyway, so she's doing great. She is available. I don't have her up on Morph Market. I don't list my Onyxes usually, so people just usually contact me. I don't know if the person who reached out to me, one of my customers, is going to take her or not, but she's gorgeous. If anyone's interested. Once again, really well started. I also have a really nice male from 19 also. Her brother, which is also a hypo T positive Onyx. He's actually a little bigger than she is, I think, because she went on that vacation. He got a few extra meals in. So, but he's also teeny. They're both in hatchling racks. They just don't need a lot of room. These Onyxes, they're really small boas. Here's a holdback of mine from the same. This is a 2020 Onyx. This is just a regular super Onyx. This is 2 copies of the Onyx gene. There's no hypo in here. There's 66% het blood, 66% het for Honduran T positive. This is a great snake because this female gives you a really good perspective on what just the super Onyx alone looks like without anything. It's a very dark morph. It's not patternless, but it has like it definitely removes pattern, and it creates some really cool contrast, you know, and I love it. You know, the Hypo Onyxes are really nice. The Hyper Super Onyxes are nice too. I produced a bunch of those too, but over the years. But and the T positives are really nice. That's called a Red Baron when you have a Honduran T positive Super Onyx. And I've produced a Super Onyx blood that's actually not as red as you would think it is, but it does have red. I'll show you that little male in a minute. But this girl is just Super Onyx. She is really nice. I was going to sell her, you know, and then I said, you know what? You could always use some females. And Super Onyx is good because obviously everything you breed her to is going to be Onyx, you know. And if she hits on the fact that she might be, right now she's 66%, but if she proves out to be het T positive and het blood, you can produce some really nice stuff from her. So I just like her. I think she's really nice looking. She's actually bigger than the two 2019s because she's a really good eater, this one. I don't know why. My Super Onyxes tend to be better eaters sometimes than the single copy. I don't know if that's just coincidence or not, but I've noticed it. So she's a little bigger, but she's still in a hatchling rack. And once again, as soon as I move them to a bigger rack, almost like ball pythons, they'll stop actually eating well. So I kind of keep her in that rack. She's got some stuck shed on her head. Gotta get that off of there. But she's, you know, Onyx, like leopard, has a lot of red in it. See that? Look at that belly. So when you put hypo in there, they get really, really redded out. So cool project. Let me know. And we'll wrap things up today with this beautiful, this is the Super Onyx blood. So once again, no hypo gene in here. This is Super Onyx blood. And as you can see there's, look at the red. So you're getting a lot more red saturation in the bottom from the blood gene combined with that Onyx gene. But you're not seeing the red in here because the black of the Onyx, and there's a lot of darkness in blood too, is covering it up. If we were able to get the hypo gene in here, even one single copy or Honduran T positive, this thing would light up red. I mean, it would be fire engine red. So that's the goal, obviously. It was cool that I hit I believe that this was the first super onyx blood ever produced. I produced this guy a bunch of years ago, and I bred him last year. I don't think the female I bred him to went. I think she reabsorbed her follicles or whatever. But hopefully this year we're gonna get some cool stuff. I have one or two females I really want to breed him to. I've actually been breeding him to a hypo blood that I have from Vin Russo, and trying to see, because she kind of didn't go last year, and I think she's on the verge of going now. So if I can put him in with her now, maybe she'll go, and then I can pop him in with a second female, in December. That's you can't really put boas with two females at the same time. It never works. You wind up not getting anything. It's not like ball pythons. They don't lock up so easily. You never know when they're going to lock. So, but you can just see how beautiful this snake is. Look at the iridescence here in the darkness, and and once again, if you look underneath, he's got the beautiful reds in him. So very, very cool morph. And look how small he is. This is a V70 ball python tub. This snake is 4 years old. He's 3.5 years old. And this is a full-grown male, and he's breeder ready. So, super dwarf. All right, I took my baby Rhino Rat Snake. It's my blue Rhino Rat Snake outside here. It's actually not too hot out today. Really nice day. I put her in the avocado tree, or put him in the avocado tree, I should say. And blends in nicely with the branches. I guess that's why when they're babies, they're still brown colored. They can hide a lot better, especially in the trees. And they get a little bigger, and some of them turn green, some turn blue. This is one's supposed to be a blue one. Should be pretty cool. Can't wait till that happens. Look at that little rhino nose there, that little horn that's sticking off there. That's the coolest thing. Can't wait till this. This is my first colubrid I've ever had, believe it or not. And I can't wait till it gets a little older. I really wanted a pair, but I'm gonna have to wait till next year to get a female probably. Unless my friend Paul Miller finds me one. But right now, she's doing great, or he's doing great, I should say. He's eating pinkies once a week. And I'm loving this. I'm really loving the way this guy looks, and fun, fun, fun. Look at that. He's loving this little tree. This little natural habitat he's got here going on. This is awesome. Look at him coming up. He's coming to the camera. He's like, how can I climb this tree a little better here? Oh, there he goes. Look at him climbing. He's climbing fast. Wow. For a baby little snake, look at this thing going. This guy is unbelievable. You can see the avocados. He's like, I want to hang out where the action is. Look at that guy. Gotta make sure I don't lose him. Now you know why these things are arboreal. They're just instinctually, they know what to do in the trees. Once again, he's eating some nice baby pinkies once a week. I got a nice hide box in. I got one of those from Reptile Basics. I bought one of the hide boxes that actually has like a sponge built into it. So it's like it's like a little hide box humidifier at the same time. I also have some sphagnum moss in with him, just to keep him a little more humidity in his hide box if he wants to go in there. And then if he doesn't want the humidity, he can kind of stay out of the hide box. So I'm giving him the option. Really nice looking snake. They're so exotic looking. Wait till this thing turns blue. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to build my new facility. Definitely going to have a big area for the Polumbarium, or whatever we're going to call it. Some nice naturalistic enclosures there. I'll still do the breeding, obviously, in the breeding racks, but I'm going to have some enclosures for some cool stuff. Make it something pretty, make it something that I can sit there and have like a little zen area for myself. It's a little windy today. You can see the tree rocking a little bit. That's not the snake rocking, that's the tree. He's resting on that leaf very comfortably. All right, let's get him inside. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you enjoyed that little trick of how to get stuck eye caps off of a snake or a reptile. You can do that with even your lizards as well. It works. The Scotch tape trick, don't forget. I didn't invent it, but I'm just putting it out there, passing on the information, because it's always good to pass that information on. course, I hope you guys enjoyed the little look into some of the stuff I showed you. Onyx project. There's some cool stuff. I'm still growing these things up. They're so, you know what, they're such small boas that I don't really list them until they're at least a year old usually. But if you are interested in the Super Onyx and the Onyx project, and you like the idea of the super dwarf boas because they're really tiny, hit me up and I can definitely educate you about those. It's a great project. Not a lot of people have it because it takes a long time to breed these things. They got to be a little older. They don't produce as many young, so it's not going to be an oversaturated project. I've talked about it before, but once again, sometimes, you know, the more you talk about it, the more it kind of, you know, starts spinning the wheels inside your head and you get some good ideas as to what you might want to put into that project. All right, guys. Hope you're enjoying all these videos. If you are, show the love, subscribe, hit the notification bell, turn on those likes, and whatever else you got to do. Toot the horn, whatever. It's always something new, right, with social media. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.